Hey, hi, hello guys, welcome back to Code with Nani channel. So today we're gonna discuss the lead code problem of the day, which is an easy question. Maximum value of an ordered triplet. So you are given a zero index array nums. So we need to return the maximum value all over the indexes. So we need to pick three indexes, which is I, j, k, such that I less than j less than k. So for all the triplets, if we have a negative value throughout that nums array, we just return 0. Or else we need to find the maximum value of nums of I minus nums of j into nums of k. So we need to figure out the maximum value of this thing. So if you find a good triplet which gives the maximum value, so we need to return that maximum value which we will get through this triplet. Okay. So first, I wanna make sure how how to solve this problem and what's the intuition. So let's just make some observations. Okay. Now we have a two components here. Suppose we have a nums of I minus nums of j into nums of k. Okay. Suppose you want, let's say, a equal to this thing. Suppose you want this expression to be maximum. Suppose let's let's make it a simple terms. A equal to x into x into y. Suppose you want this a to be a maximum value. What you need to take care of, this x should be maximum and this y should also be maximum. If both are maximum, multiplying it, both the maximum values will eventually gives you the more maximum value, right? So that we need to ensure. So what first thing, we need to make sure x also need to be maximum, which is nums of I minus nums of j should be maximum, and also nums of k should be also a maximum. So if you get these values, which is the maximum value, and k should be always greater than the indexes of I and j, and we need to get that k as we need to get that nums of k value as well. So by multiplying both, we'll get the maximum value out of it. Okay, that's what our intuition is. So as a brute force approach, you can just make for I, for j, and for k, for all the values, just find a triplet long answer equal to, just using the same expression that we use, which is nums of I minus nums of j into k, nums of k, and store it in the result variable, that is equal to max of ans comma result. You can do this way, as here the constraint is n less than or equal to 100. So yeah, even if you use n cube solution, it will be 10 square whole cube, which is still 10 power 6. So which is less than or equal to 10 power 8, which is 1 second. So it doesn't give you the TLE. It will be an acceptable solution, but we always find a good optimized approach rather than the brute force, right? So we need to figure out the optimal solution. So you can even use prefix sum and suffix sum. So for that, so you can use prefix and suffix array. So for this prefix, you can maintain the nums of I minus nums of j. So for a particular index, you can figure out the nums of my minus nums of j. And in the suffix case, you can suppose we have a indexes, something like this, and you are having a particular you are in this particular index. Okay, in this particular index, you know the value of nums of I So until now you are storing a prefix maximum value with nums of I minus nums of j, and you need a nums of k value as well, right? So that also need to be a maximum value. So there might be some k elements, right? K elements right side part of the array, which suppose let's say you have some 10 elements, tell elements right side to that particular element. So you need to figure out the maximum value for that case we are storing a, this will be the prefix, and for that case we are storing a suffix variable. Okay, so this is the component, right? This is the component, right? And it will store the maximum value from back side to here. So from out of these 10 elements, it will store the max element here. So you can directly multiply with this will be the x and this will be the y. You can directly multiply and just store it in a answer variable and just return the max out of all the components. So that is also another case. But if you follow the greedy approach, which is an easy one, so as I told you, we need to make sure x should be maximum and y should also be maximum, which is difference of I nums of I minus nums of j, and this is the maxi, which is the maximum element, maximum of nums of k. Okay, so if you can able to follow this approach, it will be very much easier because we are not using any another data structure. Suppose if you follow prefix and suffix sum, the time complexity would be often, but as you are using another data structure to hold the prefix and suffix value, which is time complexity will be often. But if you are using the greedy approach, which we are only tracking with the difference and maxi value, the time complexity still be often because we need to iterate through all the component, but space complexity will be often because we are not using any extra data structure over here. Okay, so what we are doing is, let's just go through the example. So 12 6 127, 12 6 127. So what is the example? 12 6 127. Okay, so first what we'll make is we'll store answer which is whole 0 and difference, starting the difference, let's take the difference as 0 and the maxi. Okay, that is also 0. Okay, and as you are iterating through the, so every time just update the answer which is max of the previous answer comma difference into maxi. What is difference? Difference is the difference between ith index nums of I minus nums of j, and this maxi is a, so we cannot take maxi directly because the maxi is the greater element up to now, but we need to make sure that maxi should be on the right side part of the array, right? So nums of k. Okay, nums of k. Okay, and what will be the difference? So every time we need to update the difference as well, right? That will be max of difference should be previous difference maximum comma nums of k present element minus what is the previous difference value, which is the maxi. And we need to update the maximum maxi value, right? What is the maximum maxi value? Max of previous maxi comma that should be nums of k, so current element. So that's how the code goes, like looping from int k equal to 0, k less than n, k plus plus. We are iterating throughout all the components, and each time you are doing this. So as you understand, I'll walk you through the, what do you say, walk you through the example, you'll get clarity around it. So in the first iteration, we'll just our answer would be 0 comma, as we don't have any difference and num, everything would be 0. So now the answer is 0. In the next iteration, and now difference is, what is the difference? Maximum of nums of I minus maxi. So what is the nums of I? It's 12 minus maxi, that is 0. It's 12. And the maxi, max is max of maxi comma, that is also a 12. And when you are nums of k minus maxi, okay. And when you are updating the answer, so so now in the next iteration, the answer would be difference, what is 12 into the current element, which is 6, that is 72. Okay, and now the answer is nums of k minus maxi. So nums of k minus maxi, the current element minus, so max of 12 comma nums of k, what is the nums present element? 6 comma maxi 12. So what is the maximum element? That is 12. Still that holds the 12, and even the maxi element, that also the current element with the previous element, that is also holds the 12 only. So if you if you go through the same way, okay, so if you can able to write for this example, you will eventually get to the um, correct answer, which is 77. So I'll just show you how. So so if you see, if you follow this triplet 0 2 4 0 2 zeroth index, 1 index, 2 3 4, this is the fourth index. So nums of 0, that is 12, minus nums of 2, 0 1, this is the 2, this is 1, into nums of 4, which is 7, that is 11 into 7, 77. So that will be your desired result. Okay, so as we only check for the first two elements, so if you gone through in the same intuition, the same way that I gone through, so you eventually find like as difference still holds 12 as it, and when you reach this index, and we need to make sure we need to def the value, and if you are multiplying with the 7, that gives us 77. So that is the answer. Let's walk you through the code, you'll get clarity around the question. So so this is my code. As you can see, I'm just defining answer, difference and maxi at 0. As I'm iterating, I'm just updating answer, which is maximum previous answer with the current difference, with the current multiplying the current element. And the difference should be max of difference comma maxi minus nums of I. Okay. Mm. And maxi will be the max of current element with the previous maxi value. And then we'll just return the answer. Let's just run the code. Submit it. Voila, it's submitted. And that's it for today video, guys. So if you like my video, Do like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss any notification from my channel. And if you have any query regarding my video or regarding my code, do put it in the comment section so I'll help you out, guys. And that's it for today video, guys. Thank you. Tata. Bye bye. See you tomorrow with a great content.